Namaste. In this video, I'll be explaining about the class plan, the features of the class plan, how to access this class plan, and how to use the class plan. So let's start with class plan. So what is the class plan? Class plan is a unique application which is developed for Montessori-based education system. So it's since Purna Pramati has adopted the Montessori-based education system, this application is very much useful. The features of this class plans are: you can track the attendance, you can track the progress of the students, you can track the uh, not only the academics skills but also the other extra curricular activities like singing, dancing, or even the sports. And the uniqueness of this application is not only the teachers, even the parents can also access this application. So to access this application, so we don't have to install any softwares in the systems like in the desktops or laptops or in the mobile phones, any apps. So to access this application, we need any of the web browser. Web browser, it can be Internet Explorer, it can be Firefox, it can be Chrome, or anything, any of the web browsers. It will support. So to access this, go to the any of the web browser. In the address bar, type classplan.purnapramati.in. So once you enter the URL, the sign in screen appears. Select on the sign in screen. Here you will be provided, the teachers as well as the parents will be provided a unique ID and password. So by entering those credentials, you will be able to access this class plan. So here, and one more screen appears which is called as environment. So since this screen only appears to the teachers, since the teachers can handle one or more environment, it will be predefined by the admin. So the access will be provided by the admin. So the which are all the environments the teachers are handling, the list will be seen here. So you can select the particular environment and can access the class plan. So here there are some features like attendance, observations, plans, soft skills, manage, reports, academic. These are the menus to track the students' progress and also for other curricular activities. And here there is one more teacher's profile, that is user's profile. Here, by accessing this, you will be seeing the username or the teacher name and the email address and the access control, that is whether he is a teacher or a parent, he or she is a teacher, parent, or any admin or like that. And here the environments, to which are all the environments they are handling. So they can change the password. This screen is only for the teachers, not for the parents. And in the right side there is a change of environment. As I already told that teacher can handle one or more environments. Here also they need not log out and then log in for the change of environment. Just they can access over here. So and the list will be appearing, they can access the environment. And below there is an option for marking the attendance. This feature is newly developed from this year. So here the teachers has to mark the attendance by clicking this tab. The attendance will be marked as present. By default it will be absent. Suppose if you don't mark this attendance, suppose if you don't click this tab on the particular day, so that will be marked as an absent. And one more thing, there is no backdate entry. That means suppose if you forgot to mark the attendance today, so tomorrow you cannot mark the attendance for 2 days. So tomorrow the date will be on 23rd May 2020. So today's attendance will be marked as absent. So once you click on this tab, it will be marked as present and the tab will be disabled. So you know you don't you cannot make any double entries like that. So it will be enabling after 24 hours. That means the next day it will be enabled according to the time management. So this is the new feature which has been developed from this year. So after entering the teacher's profile, so let's start with the students. So here there is an option for marking the attendance of students. Here in the title itself it says as mark absent only. That means you have to mark only the absentee students. By default it will be present. That means if you leave this boxes blank, that will be marked as present. Only if you click on these boxes, it will be marked as absent. By default it will be present, and you have to mark only the absent. So you can mark any of the students, and the Sundays will be taken care by automatically. So after entering that, you have to submit here. So it will be saved in the system. So here there is one more menu called observations. This observation is daily observation for the day. The suppose if the here the date is marked as 22nd of May 2020. So on today's date, the student's observation. That means suppose this student has in a maths, he or she might be very good in reciting the tables or very good in explaining the story. Anything that what are the observations can be noted over here, and press this arrow key. So that will be saved in the system. So you can write it's a day by day observation entry table. According to those days, you can enter this data. To view these observations, below itself, the in the observation menu, there is one more option called as daily observation report. So here, the environment you have to select, the grade you have to select, the student you have to select, and the month, and as well as the year. So once you select those things, the particular day's observation or particular month's observation in a month, when are all the on which days the student got some observation, the teacher might be marked. So all those things can be viewed over here. So after that, coming to the plans. In the plans, there is three options. One is yearly plan, one is monthly plan, one is weekly plan. Yearly plan. Let's come to the yearly plan. So for a whole year, it has been uh, selected. So here you have to select the grade. Here you have to select the student name. Here you have to select the subject. Suppose Samskrita, and the topic list. These topic lists are predefined and will be saved. So only the thing while entering while entering particular topic list, just they have to select it, and the related presentations like here I have selected Vargiya Venjanani. So the respective presentations will be, these are all the presentations for ka, ta, pa, ta, cha. Like this, the presentations will be made. So you have to select that presentation and select the month. So suppose this May month you have been made you made a schedule for this student to present a Vargiya Venjana of Ka Varga. Then submit it. It will be showed as planned successfully for the student. Then you can go for the monthly. Since it is already been selected for month also, you don't have to, you suppose if you want to do some changes, here you can change it, edit it, and presentations you can change, then update it. So after entering for the monthly plans, come to the same menu, plan menu. Here the weekly plan. Here it is develop it is the plans is been divided into weeks. So in that, select the grade, select the student, and also select the subject. After selecting those, the planned activities for the particular month. It will be shown over here. So here the presentations has been shown, and the learning indicators, whether the student is able to differentiate between the Alpa Prana, Mahaprana, and Anasta, like those things. The present After presenting, you can select this learning indicators, or even before that, you can select for the presentation. That is to schedule the plan for the week, to which from which day to which day the presentation has been planned. So suppose it is for this week, that is, it can be scheduled for 25 to and till the week, like till the 1st of June it has been scheduled. And here the level, it, there are some levels like at to present, presented, practicing, and master. That means here if you select the at to present, means you have been scheduled this topic for this week. And presented in the sense it has been already presented. Practicing in the sense, suppose if the student is practicing on the subject, that is on the topic, that you can select it over here. And the master, as it says, he or she might be the good in that uh, topic, so that you can select it and over save it. Here I am selecting it to present, submit it. So here plan successfully for the student. So this is for the planning. And then there is one more called as soft skills. This, what is soft skills? Soft skills are nothing but the additional curricular activities, like in sports, or some in dance, or in some singing, like culture, Shastri Sangeeta, like that. All those soft skills are being created over here. That you can we can select it and write the remarks. So over here, extracurricular activities like Kalaripayattu, theater, dance, Sangeeta, yoga, Yachagana, Veene, all those topics, all those subjects has been entered over here. That you can select it. And here for the terms, and here for the terms, that is for the, whether it is for the first term or the second term. So you can select the first term and write the observation. So what are the, whether the he or she is good in flute, what are the observations, you can write it over here and submit it. So after submitting, you can view the report. So here the year and the term will appear. You can select the, here you will be briefing this. Choose so after entering the soft skills, comes to manage. Here, suppose the to do any changes particular about the student or the parents, like suppose the student name might be, the spelling might be wrong, or the initials might be wrong, or here the parents related information, like might be the email address, the parents name might be, some spelling mistakes might be there, that we can change it over here. And here comes the reports, the student report. Here you have to select the starting and the end range. select it for the month and the term. Here the environment, here the grade, which grade the student is studying, and you can select the columns like which are all the topics, learning indicators, observations, level, any follow-ups has been given the teacher also. Then print the screen, that prints the document. So here the entire report will be appear. So here you can see whether the formation of the number, all those things will be appearing. So after this student report, there is an environment entry report. So what is this environment entry report? Environment entry report means since this student is in Nachiketa, so what are all the environment, entire thing, progress, the entire students' progress plans of that particular environment, and what are the problems of the environment. Those are all some parameters we can define it and we can write it over here. For example, I'll go to the previous year and I'll show you the parameters of the weekly report, environment weekly report. Here I'll be selecting the date. Since it is a weekly, you cannot select more than a week here. So here there are four categories. They have made four categories. One is academic, children, parent, and teacher. So let's start with academic. So in academics, there are parameters like presentations, follow-ups, materials, safety issues. What about the afternoon classes and mental math? These are some parameters has been created, and related to that information, what is the progress, what is the plan, and what are the problems of this particular parameter has, we can enter it over here by clicking here, and entry screen appears, and just you have to update it. That will be get updated over here. And there is one more category called as children, and here the parameters are saptahik sabhe, long absentees, best practices, children to be given specialty attention, children who have shown improvement. These are the parameters defined. So according to those parameters, the progress, what is the progress of this saptahika way, which means that any progress in the problems of the past week, that we can write it over here. Any plans for the for a few next week, and what are the problems seen in this week? Like this, these are the we can mention it over here. Oh, then who are all the absentees, long absentees? What is the progress of from the past absentees? What are the plans for the whether the student is prolonging those absentees, the problems with the student. These are the things parameters and progress reports has been written over here. And there's one more category called as parent. The parameters are parent feedback during the observation, best practices, parent feedback during the meeting, and these are the some of the parameters defined by us, like the teachers. So those parameters like are same as progress plans and problems. We can mention it over here. We can save it. So the next is teacher. In the environment, how the teacher make the corrections, what is the progress, uh, plans for that, what are to be corrected, and what are the problems facing, and what is the teacher's observation in the environment, how the teacher, how the students behavior, and everything. What is the progress from past week to this week? What are the plans for the next week, and what are the problems facing this week? These are all the parameters and the reports we can edit over here, then update it. So after entering this, where to view this report? In the report section, there is an submenu called as environment report. So here in the environment, you have to select for the particular week, as name itself suggests, for particular week. So select the environment, and here you will be seeing a brief report on that. So what are all the things in that week happened? So that we can view over here. And coming to the next report, there is parent view. So, so here while selecting this parent view, the student, the means child name will be appearing. Here the list is because suppose if the parent having one or more, two or more children, the list will be appearing here. They can select the particular student. They can select the particular academic year. Here the academic year will be you can access the past 3 years, 3 4 years academic list, and here the grade and whatever the environment he or she is in, and the term, the whether it is the first term or the second term. Here the attendance report appears, the number of days present, number of days absent, and total number of days. Here the entire report, that means so in which subject, what is the topic, what is the presentation given, and what is the what are the learning indicators that has been shown, and what is the observations seen. So can these are all the reports on different like botany, English, geography, geometry. So these are the topics and related to presentation and learning indicators. This report will be seen by the parents, as I told you. So then there's one more report called as analytics report. In this analytics report, it is same as the same report. That means the student will be overall view of the student. So here you will be selecting the environment, the grade, the student name, the teacher, the subject, the concept. Like I already told you, it can be view for a particular subject. Like in a particular topic, what is the how is the his overall performance, like that we can see it. So social etiquettes like maintaining appropriate communication with the adults, social graces, maintain person hygiene, the food habits. These, these are all some social etiquettes, and what are the grade provided. So that we can select it. And here the columns like environment, grade, what is the student name, what is the teacher name, and what level the student is in, the concept, the subject, social etiquettes, and the grade. That you can select it and submit. Here it will be viewed as a pie chart. So it's already selected as a pie chart. So it will be viewed like there will be color coding for it to present. The blue color is appearing after presented to the red, and whether it practicing, the color code is appearing. So this is what the analytics report says. So this is about class plan. So if you have any doubts in this, can ask Raghuramana. Thanks for watching.